To construct a box plot for the wait times at Space Mountain at Disney World at 10 a.m., we focus on five key numbers: the minimum, maximum, and three quartiles: Q1, Q2, and Q3. The minimum is the shortest wait time, which is 10 minutes, while the maximum is the longest wait time, so that's going to be 110 minutes. The quartiles break out data into four groups, each representing roughly 25% of the values. Since there are 50 values in the data set, to find the first quartile, we're going to calculate what 25% of 50 is, and that's going to be 0.25 times 50, so that's going to give us 12.5. Since it's a decimal, we round up to the next whole number, so that's 13. So for the first quartile number, it's the 13th value from this table. And when you count your values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, the 13th value is going to be 25 minutes. So therefore, for the first quartile value, which is same thing as the 25th percentile, it's going to be 25 minutes. Next, to determine the second quartile, or the median, or the 50th percentile, which separates the bottom and top 50% of data, we are going to calculate 50% of 50, which is 25. And since it's a whole number, we average the 25th and 26th value from our table here. So the 25th value is going to be 35, and the 26th value is also going to be 35. So if we add these two numbers together divided by 2, it is still going to be 35 minutes. So therefore, the value for the second quartile, or the 50th percentile, is going to be 35 minutes. This means that half of visitors waited 35 minutes or less. To find the third quartile, which is the 75th percentile, we calculate what is 75% of 50, and that's going to be 37.5. So if you round it up, that's going to give you the 38th value, and based on this table, the 30th value is going to be 50 minutes. So this means that 75% of visitors waited 50 minutes or less. Now we have the five key numbers. We draw a line segment that covers the range of the data from minimum to the maximum value, and this one we're going to go by increments of 10. Next, we're going to mark those five key numbers above this line segment. So we have minimum of 10 minutes and a maximum of 110 minutes. Our first quartile is at 25 minutes. The second one, the median, is 35 minutes. And then the third quartile is 50 minutes. And then you're going to draw a box from Q1 to Q3. And lastly, you're going to draw your whiskers, which extends the box to the minimum and to the maximum. In summary, the wait times for Space Mountain span from a quick 10-minute wait to a lengthy 110-minute delay. The majority of guests, however, experienced wait times between 25 and 35 minutes. To construct the box plot in StatCrunch, we have the same 50 data values of Space Mountain wait time at 10 a.m. in Disney World. So you're going to click on Graph, select Boxplot, and then select the columns. And you're going to uncheck Use Fences to identify outliers, because our box plot includes the outliers. But if you want to draw a box plot without the outliers, which is also known as the modified box plot, you can check that. So here we're going to uncheck it, and then check Draw Boxes Horizontally, and then press Compute. And here's the box plot with the outliers for our data set here. So if you hover over, it will give you the five key numbers that you will need to construct the box plot: the minimum, Q1, medium, Q3, and the maximum value. We often use Boxplot to help identify skewness by showing whether the data is symmetric or extends more to one side. If the medium is centered within the box and the whiskers are roughly equal, then we know the data is symmetric. In this box plot, the data is skewed to the right because the median is closer to Q1 and the right whisker is longer. This indicates that most of the data is concentrated on the left end with a few larger values stretching the right tail.